Okay, so my daughter is Abby Rusin, and she is bowling right now. She's a very busy little camper, and her dad's with her, taking her. The same as you guys, we do all the transportation for her back and forth. So Abby is very self-reliant, self-aware, and she's aware of everything going on around her. Let me just give you an example of Abby because of the transition program and because of her dad, I think. She lays out all her clothes the night before. She has her little bucket where her toothpaste and everything is for the morning routine, and everything gets put away. It has to be done just so. She has Down syndrome, but probably a little of something else too. Because she really has to have everything all neat and organized. And so she looks on her little iPod Touch the night before to see what's on her calendar and what she's doing. So she knows what's happening the next day, like all of us. We all like to know what's happening the next day or what we're planning for. And so but then all of that stuff started because of the transition program. The calendar, the being in, just aware of what's happening the next day, what your calendar is, what your routine is. They also have tablets that they provided here, so she has graduated and taken her tablet home. She uses it all the time because she loves YouTube, and so now she knows how to get on that YouTube and listen to music all the time. That's what she uses it for. But still good though, because it keeps her busy. I'll give you an example of Abby's schedule. This week she will go to the Connection of Friends from 3 to 6 for dinner and dancing on Monday. On Tuesday she'll work from 11 to 2 at Chick-fil-A. And she has Special Olympics basketball through WESDRA in the evening. On Wednesday, she has rhythmic gymnastics with WESDRA in the evening. And also on Thursday, again, she works at Chick-fil-A. She does Special Olympic bowlings. That's where she is right now. And then on Friday, she's with the Rec and Roll program that just opened up here in Wheaton, which is fantastic, right by Mariano's. So whenever we go to pick her up, we get some special food from Mariano's. And then on Saturdays, again, the social, Saturday night social at Connection of Friends. Sunday, she's altar server at church, and almost all the time. They don't have enough altar servers. They need some help. But she's always altar server. And we're always like this, don't drop Jesus, don't drop him. But she never has. And let's knock on wood. She bosses the other altar servers around too. It's good. Well, she knows what they should be doing, and if they're not doing it right, she tells them. Yeah. So and then again on Sunday she will go to another WESDRA program, which is at the Paramount Theater for just go see a show. So we always have something planned for her, and she's always looking at her little iPod Touch and going through her calendar, checking the weather, because she does not like it when it rains. So she runs down to the basement when it rains and thunders. So she needs to know what's happening, what's coming up. And I think we're all like that, but she's really like that a lot, and it's really flourished and great because of the transition program, because they encouraged it here. It was something that we really, until we got here, we just really didn't know how to handle that or cope with that because we didn't know how to prepare her. But ever since she's been through the transition program, she just really flourished, and that's the word you used, and it's exactly true. All of a sudden she got really bossy, and she knows what she's doing, and she doesn't need anybody's help, and she's got it. She's got this, which she does. And so it's great, it's really, we've been really happy. And again, same thing, I would say the same thing. We had lots of conversations with our team, and we would sit down and be surprised by things that she was doing here, and they would be surprised by things that she was doing at home and not doing here. So it was kind of interesting that we all, collaborated. Okay, Abby, we know you can do that now, so that's you do that. The cooking and the laundry that takes place here, same thing. When we're at home, the other day she started crying because somebody folded her socks for her and she wanted to do it. And she's like, this is her thing and she wants to do it. So yeah, I mean, that's great. It is. It's fantastic. And it's close. Most of them match and stuff. So that's good. It makes her feel good, and she's very proud of that.
Nobody wears match socks anymore now.
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah. So that's good. Let's see what else. What did she do? Okay, so here, of course, she did some job training when she was here, and she had one-on-one coaches. And they're very routine here, which again, that's very key and very important. So Abby would come here. I think at first she might have been a little bit shy and kept her head down a little bit, but by the time she left with Catherine, she kind of owned the place, and she was like the rock star, like Catherine. They just, as they get older, as they go through the program, they understand, I come here, this is when I go grocery shopping, this is what's expected of me. I learn how to play with money, change money at the grocery store and this and that. And they just build confidence like you can't believe, and that's fantastic. We just were stunned by the growth. So she worked at Cooper's Corner. She worked at Central DuPage at the cafeteria, and she did some just transition training here on site with learning how to put things on hangers and things like that and sorting. And based on all the things that she tried out, the thing that made the most sense was working at Chick-fil-A. And so she's been working at Chick-fil-A sometimes 4 times a week, but really only 3 hours at a time, which is exactly enough. And she's actually lost a lot of weight from working at Chick-fil-A because she walks around constantly for several hours wiping tables. And I'm thinking, I should do that. It's fantastic. Walking really good exercise, you know? Let's see what else. So I think I've kind of gone through everything that, I mean, she's always kept busy. We don't really have full days planned for her, other than that Rec and Roll is a full day program, because she really likes to have her free time. She sits and plays with her dogs. She has 2 little puppies. She likes to watch her Disney show. She's good at trivial, yes, very good, and the Disney stuff. And she knows all the songs. And so she likes to have a time alone, and she just kind of sits and draws, and it's perfect. It's just perfect. She gets that time to herself. She obviously interacts with us a lot. We take her to the movies. She wants to see movies, so we get to see all the movies that we want to see too. And you know, she has involved with her family quite a bit, and just like I said, just extremely independent. We thought that in high school, when they were involved, Catherine and Abby were involved in cheerleading at Wheaton Warrenville South, we thought that she just had so much confidence from that. And we thought this was just amazing. We would never have expected this from her. Well, here she is.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, Abby. So now after transition, see, she comes in and owns the room. Now after transition, we just couldn't even have guessed in a million years that she would be as independent as she is. It's just fantastic. And again, I was surprised at how high they set the bar for her, and I didn't think she could do those things, and I was wrong. So don't ever think, you know, if they know. They've been with a few kids. They know. they know how to get the most out of them, and they really have. So Abby's very happy, and like you said, I think that was the most important thing to us, that she have, you know, that she's safe, and that she be happy, which she's very happy, right? Right, Abs? Okay, sweetie pie. Yeah, and then of course, you know, I totally agree with you about networking and making sure that you, like, we have an attorney that we use to make sure that we have all of our ducks in a row with the special needs trust and all those things, and all that came from networking. The whole guardianship thing, going before the judge, talking to the judge, you know, it's pretty intimidating, but you need to do it, and it's. I think we did. Everybody has their circumstances that are different, but we felt like we needed to do it, and we did. And then, yes, Paul has retired, so she went from SSI to SSDI. So that's all another complication. And and she was on Medicare, and now she's on Medicaid and Medicare, both, because he's retired and receiving Social Security. And that is why Abby gets driven around all the time, because Dad's home. Thank God. Because I'm still working full time. So I guess that's it. Yeah, I think I covered everything.